he is having less competence than the third person, more competence than the first person, and compared to me, he is having less competence. What we can understand from all these things? Competence of various people may be different. Are we able to see this? Different people have different level of competence. So if we have trust on intention, we will never doubt the intention of the other people. If there is any issue in the behavior of the other person, we will be able to see that it is due to lack of competence. I won't feel irritated. I won't get angry. Without doubting the intention of the other person, I'm able to see that other has a natural acceptance like me. I'm also having natural acceptance. The same way the other has a natural acceptance, and his or her intention is to make me happy, make him happy. The same way I want to make me happy, he also want to make him happy. I want to make the other happy, the same way he also want to make the other make me. For him, me is the other person. I am the other person. For me, he is the other person. So both of us, natural acceptance is same. But he is not or she is not able to do that. Why? She is not having that competence. But instead of seeing her lack of competence, I may think that it is her intention, and I may be getting irritated on that. Are we able to see this? Any such incidents related to our life? Any of you want to reflect on this? Trust on intention is the foundation of all our values. So this is what usually happen when we talk about the other person. If something maybe the glass it's breaking, so what we may be saying, he broke the glass. But if you are able to see that it is his lack of competence, we can say it like this: the glass broke by accident. Because for me, I'm saying that because I'm seeing my intention. The glass broke by accident. Oh, it happened accidentally, not intentionally. I'm sure about myself. But when the same mistake happened from the other person, I may be saying, oh, you broke the glass. And I may be shouting at him. Even this incident happened in our life with our children, with our spouse, with our siblings, many times. I may be repeating this mistake many times, 100 times. Never I will be doubting my intention. But for the other person, even for a single time, I'll be shouting at him. So what I need to do? I need to have a clarity about the intention of the other person. His intention and my intention are same. Our natural acceptance is same. Even if other makes the same mistake 100 times, if I am clear about his or her intention, I won't be shouting at him. I know the mistake is due to lack of competence, not a lack of intention. I make effort to help improve his competence with a feeling of affection. Naturally, we can see this some incidents in our home. Small children, when they are playing, many things happen. Glass, they may be breaking something, they may be damaging some things at our home, but we won't shout at them. It's very small baby. We won't shout at them. We are very sure that it happened accidentally. But the same thing, same incident can happen from an elderly person also. Then we may be doubting at, we may be shouting at them and saying that, oh, you did it like that. But if we have this, just we if we have the clarity that they won't do it intentionally, it happened accidentally, that means we are not doubting their intention. If we are not doubting their intention, we will never get angry. We will be able to see that it can happen from my side also. Many times it happened earlier. So the same way it happened from the other person. Even if he is repeating the same mistake, if I am clear about his intention, I won't shout at him. I make the effort to help improve his competence with a feeling of affection. I will be having the clarity that his intention is not for doing that, but it happened accidentally. I know they have difficulty in understanding, and also I may have difficulty in explaining. Are we able to see this? Any of you want to say anything related to this? You can raise your hand. Any incidents? I can provide you the mic if you want to say something related to this. We had the discussion on trust last. Yes. Rajendra Prasad ji, you want to say something?
Good night, madam.
You want to say something on this? Reflect on this?
Yeah, it always, but competency it's see from this type when we and so let's say acceptance like I see the in food in some chapatis, noodles, some and pizza, acceptance chart and
Bhaiya, we are not able to get you completely. I'm not able to get you completely, Bhaiya.
always body healthy. This is the belief with the body.
I'm not getting you, Bhaiya. Yeah, actually, I think Bhaiya was trying to say that our competency is different for different people, different level of competence. So, with the trust on intention, we will be able to help the other person. Without doubting the intention of the other person, I can help the other person.
Once
Yes,
we know the competency of others and If we make ourselves very clear that intention is not bad, only competency is lacking, then we can try to improve their competency if we know the lacking of competency, and then bring to our level.
Yes, nice, Priya. If we are able to see that the other person is lacking competence, we will try to help the other person and we will try to improve their competence. Instead, if you're doubting the other person, what will happen? We may think that they are doing this intentionally, and that will become the reason for issues in our relation. Instead, if we have trust on intention, we will be able to help the other person, and that can be considered as a starting point for our mutual development. I'll be helping the other person and I can seek the help from the other person if he or she is more competent than me. So the same thing usually about myself, I may be saying that the glass broke by accident. When I make a mistake even once, I'm clear about my intention. Even 100 times, I'm clear about my intention. I know the mistake is due to lack of competence, not a lack of intention. I make effort to improve my own competence. I'm willing to learn. If the other is lacking competence, I'm committed to help the other to improve his competence without becoming irritated. So last week we had the discussion on all these things. So I hope we can move forward. So resolution of issues. Doubt on intention leads to issues like mistrust, on the other, anger, fear in relationship. Usually in student induction program, we are discussing all these contents based on their concerns. So before starting the session itself, we need to uh, make them aware that we are talking about some solutions by which they can overcome their anger and fear in relationship. With trust on intention, one is able to get rid of the root cause of such issues. And we can discuss in UHV2 the resolution of such issues. It can be discussed further in UHV2. The student election program, this is an introductory UHV1 session for the students during the induction program. And later in UHV2, we'll discuss all the contents in detail that we can inform the students also. So what is the reason for anger and what can be the solution? We'll have a look into that. Anger arises when we are not able to differentiate between the intention and competence of the other. Based on lack of competence of the other, we doubt over their intention. Like if you remember the first set of questions, it was about the intention. I can see my intention and I am able to see that I want to make myself happy and also I want to make the other happy. But when the same set of questions I'm asking about the other person, I can see that the other person want to make him happy. But when the question is related to me, whether he or she want to make myself happy, then I'm not able to see the complete intention. I may be doubting his intention as his competence. If I'm able to see that his competence is intention, and my intention are same. The same way I want to make him happy, he also want to make me happy. But instead I'll be doubting his intention and I'll see his competence as his intention. Based on lack of competence of the other, we doubt over their intention. Once we have a doubt on the intention of the other, then instead of relating to the other, we feel in opposition to the other. Thus, any small unfavorable incidents may lead to irritation or even anger. We may fight with the other person. We may argue with the other person. Whether it happens in our daily life, any incidents to share? I was thinking that she was doing that because of that, and later I came to know, then the issue got resolved. Any such things? Any of you want to share anything? You can raise your hand. Some of you have the mics with you. Maybe I can tell you one incident. One day it happened that I was calling my sister. She was not picking up the call. Then I thought the previous day I was having an argument with her related to something. I don't remember it exactly. And the next day, after having that argument in the previous day, I thought I was a little bit unhappy. So the next day, I was calling her to say sorry. Oh, I was yesterday it happened, so I want to say sorry. But she was not picking up the call. Morning, I call her. Usually, when she saw my missed call, she may be calling me back. But she was not picking up the call and she was not answering. So I was getting anxious. 2 3 times I called, she didn't pick up the call. Then afternoon again I called, she was not attending the call. Then I thought, oh, she may be angry with me. Okay, so morning I thought I'll say sorry and I will, so that we'll be in good relationship. But she was not picking up the call. Then I thought I'm not going to say sorry to her, because she is not even able to pick up the call to listen my sorry. So my anger, I was getting more and more angry. Then evening she called me. Then I was not picking up the call. I thought many times. Morning I called, afternoon I called. I was calling many times and she was not picking up the call. So I didn't pick up the call in the evening. But later she called my husband and she was saying that, oh, I saw her many missed calls. What happened? Anything urgent? Actually, I forgot my phone inside my car. And evening only, and her husband took the car, and evening only she got her phone back. Even her husband was not aware that her phone was inside the car. And when she told this, then only I was able to see that, okay, yeah, it can happen. I was doubting her intention actually. So this is only a small incident. But if we are able to recall such incidents in our daily life, we can see that many issues in our relationship is because of this, doubting the intention of the other person. And if you want to share anything? So what's the solution? If I understand the human being correctly, I can see that other is also a human being like me. Coexistence of self and body. The other self has the intention, that is natural acceptance, just like me, to be happy and to make the other happy. That's the reality. That is right understanding. With right understanding, we'll be able to see the reality. The other person is also similar to me. He or she is also a human being. Coexistence of self and body. So his or her intention is similar to mine. If I want to make him happy, he also want to make me happy. But why he is not able to do that? He or she is not having that much competence. Even I am not having the competence to make me happy all the time. Then how he will be able to make me happy? That is his lack of competence. Other may be lacking in competence to fulfill their intention, just like I'm lacking in competence. With this trust on intention, we feel related to the other. Then there won't be any feeling of anger. If we have the trust on the other person, we will be able to see that his competence level is less, but his intention is same. He is trying to make me happy, but he is not able to do that. If I have this clarity, I feel related to the other, then there won't be any anger. I'll be able to see this. Any comments, any reflections? If you want to say anything. Okay, we shall move forward. So reason for anger, when our desire does not get fulfilled and we perceive that it is due to the other, then we get irritated or angry. Any examples from our life, whether it happened in our daily life? If we have some desire, maybe I want to go for a party in the evening and I was waiting for my husband. Some reason he came late. So I may be getting angry. It happened once. Without knowing the reason, I'm getting angry on the other person. I'll be able to see some incidents. Chamundeshwari ji is writing yes. Didi, you want to share something? Any such incidents from your life?
Hello, Namaste, Didi.
Namaste.
Are you able to hear me, Didi?
Yes, very well. Clear.
Yeah, these type of incidents keep happening daily, but only thing is, um, without right understanding, we will be always trying to blame the others. Because in my case, I would like to tell that we have a driver and I go to the college by the car. So in the evening after my college was over, I was trying to call the driver, but he was not lifting the phone. Number of times I tried to call. He knows that my college will be, that is, my duty will be over by 4, and he has to be ready with the car so that I will be coming and getting into it. Still, number of times he did not lift the call. When I came down, I thought might be he is somewhere outside or something like that. That time also I did not doubt him. Then when I came down and saw there he was car was not there. Then slowly I got irritated. Once again I called him. He did not lift the call. So when I went to the front and saw the car was there, but the driver was not there. So when I asked him, he came to the car after some time. His phone was in the car only. Actually, he had gone to the washroom. So when I got very irritated and told, "What is this? You are not lifting the phone." Then he opened the door and told me, "Madam, I had some urgent nature call. That is why I went. My mobile is there in the car only. You can see." At that time, I felt very sorry for him. Uh, I tried to once again come back to my normal position. But these type of things always keep happening whenever we try to call the other person and he does not lift the phone. We always um, doubt their intention only rather than their competence. That is what I would like to share this.
Yeah, nice sharing, Didi.
Thank you.
This is a usual daily happening in our life, the phone issue. Everyone may be having one or other story to say. We may be thinking that they are not purposefully picking up the call, and we may be getting irritated. But later, when we are able to see the reality, then yeah, but in between, sometimes we'll be getting angry. So if we have the trust on intention on the other person, if unconditional trust, every time if I'm able to see that, he will never do that. His intention is not like that. His natural acceptance is same always. Maybe something happened, something like, yeah, this, if we are able to see that, we will never get angry. Yes, nice. Any other sharings? So what's the solution? We have the desire, like what Didi was saying. She every day, this time I'll be going back. So I have the desire to go back, but he was not there. I'm getting irritated. The same thing happened for me. I want to attend the party and I was waiting for my husband, but he didn't come. So I was getting irritated. But if I have the trust on his intention, then I will never doubt his intention. I may be saying that, thinking that maybe some issue, something happened, so that I'll be able to remain calm. I won't never get irritated. I'll be able to remain in harmony. So, what can be the solution for these kind of issues? Getting over these irritations and anger. If I can see that the other has right intention but lacks competence, then instead of getting angry, I re examine my desire or expectation and action. Is my expectation right or not? Is the program to fulfill the desire correct or not? Have I developed the necessary competence in myself? What effort have I made to help the other in improving his or her competence? Or am I making any effort to improve his or her competence? If he is repeating this many times, why it is happening? Am I making any effort? Same thing happens in our classroom also. Students coming late. So what we usually do? Maybe the first day we'll allow them to enter the class, giving them a warning. Never repeat it. Next time, if you are coming late, I won't permit you to come to the class. Maybe the student is repeating again. So the next time you're shouting at him or her, may not be permitting, someone may be permitting. I used to say that, yeah, you can get into the class, but I won't give you the attendance. But is the action based on right understanding? Are we doing something to improve his competence? So what we want to do in that case? If we have the right tone, if we have the trust on their intention, we may need to check the reason why he or she is coming late. And if you are able to see that, it is his lack of competence. His intention is to come in time, attend the class on time. But anyhow, anyway, he's getting late. So I can make him aware about his lack of competence. I can make him aware about his lack of competence. I can help him to improve his competence. Actually, he want to work on this. But with the trust on intention, if I am showing this relationship, he will be taking the efforts. He may be taking the efforts. That can help. That can be the program to fulfill my desire. What is my desire? The students need to come on time. If it is 9 o'clock. Today morning also it happened. It was the first class. So I told them, yeah, today it's the first day. Maybe next week you have to come by 9 o'clock. But we know that most of the time they won't be doing that. But instead of asking them something, we can propose some, and also we can show them, we can check their issues, why they are coming late, and we can help them to improve their competence. Any comments? And if you want to share any incidents from your college, from your workplace, from your home. So there are many issues related to this mistrust, anger, irritation. So what is required? We need to have the clarity that the other want to make me happy and prosperous. So trust is to have the clarity that the other want to make me happy and prosperous. If I have trust on intention, I accept the other. I am assured of the other, and we are able to make effort for mutual development. Either it is my student, or it is my spouse, or it is my child, my sibling, my friend, I will never doubt their intention. Instead, I can help them to improve their competence if I have the trust on intention. I make a program with the other based on right evaluation of our mutual competence. In case the other is lacking in competence, I make effort to assure the other. I make effort to improve his competence once he is assured in relationship. That's what we want to do. We are supposed to do. in our classrooms. The student need to get that assurance. The teacher is there to help me. With that assurance only, he will be able to seek help from ourselves, from us. Otherwise, whatever we say, they won't be able to see the relatedness, relationship. First, we need to give them that assurance. Then, the next step is we can make the effort to improve his competence once this relationship is there. If I lack competence, what I'll do? I may get ready to take the help from the other person to improve my competence. Instead, if I have doubt on intention, I evaluate myself on the basis of my intention and others on the basis of their competence. This is what we have seen in the first set of questions, left side and right side, doubting the intention of the other person. Same thing happened with that incident related to the fond story of my sister also. I was doubting her intention. Then what happened? I have a feeling of opposition with the other, which shows up as irritation or anger. 2-3 times I was calling. Morning I called, afternoon I called. She was not picking up the call. Everything I was connecting with the issue from the previous day. At the end, I was getting angry. I was getting irritated. So when she called me, I was not picking up the call. So what is the takeaway? We need to have the clarity that the other want to make me happy and prosperous with trust on intention. So this is the sum up. Any comments, any questions, anything to share? You can raise your hand or mics are also there with you. And if you want to share anything, or we'll move ahead with the homework questions, home assignments. We just have a discussion on this. See, there are 3 questions. So you can try to answer these questions. How many persons in your family and friends do you have trust on intention? Unconditional, continuous. You always make effort to improve mutual competence. Your own competence as well as the competence of the other. Rather than getting irritated, angry, or having a feeling of opposition, even for a moment. Can I get some responses on this question? Each of us can think about this in our family, among our friends, among our neighbors. How many people are there around us? We have this unconditional trust. What it means by unconditional trust? We will never get irritated on them. We will never get angry over them. We will never have a feeling of opposition with them. Whatever they do, we may be able to see that it's because of their lack of competence. Kindly respond in the chat box. Chamundeshwari ji is writing nil, no one. Very few. Vaishali ji is writing very few. Yes.
Didi, I have written nil because it is not always continuous.
Yes.
Because I am able to see that the competence of the others is sometimes less than hours. That is why even though they are not responding or I'm not getting irritated, but it is not continuous even with my close family members also.
Yes, Devi.
Even though we are in control, sometimes it happens. That is why I have written nil.
Yes. Yeah, it's true for many of us. To have that continuous, unconditional trust, we need to improve our competence also. That itself shows our lack of competence. We all want to improve our competence with right understanding. Then we'll be able to see that. Any other comments? What about our children? What about our spouse? There is not even a single moment I'm getting angry with them, because whatever they do, I will never doubt their intention. I can see that it's their lack of competence. I can say that maybe it is improved over the years after coming to UHV. Earlier, the frequency of anger, getting irritation, everything was there. But now it's getting reduced. For me, actually, my UHV journey started from 2018. There is a change. I can see that maybe from others, they are able to see that. But they are not agreeing that completely changed. Some changes, at least small changes, they are able to see. And I am also able to experience it. Anger is there, irritation is there, but frequency is less. Are we able to see that, some of you, in your life? Earlier I was like that, but now there is a change. How many of you are able to see this? There is a change if I compare my behavior 2 years before, now, or still it's the same? Chamundeshwari ji?
The frequency has reduced.
Yes.
But I cannot say that might be the previously the frequency every second I used to get irritated and doubt the intention of others. But now it is not like that. Continuously, I'm not doubting them. But sometimes when I am in disharmony, or sometimes when I think this work has to be get down and get done, and the other person is not lifting the phone, this is happening still. So I can say it has improved, but not up to 100%, but about 70%.
Nice, very nice, Diti. So are we able to see that the frequency is less, means that is helping in the mutual development of both of us? That's what we are. We have to check on to that. We have to see every time. If I am doubting their intention, I am shouting at them. Will it help them anyway? Yes. Virendra Kumar ji. Virendra Kumar ji.
Yes, what I do is when somebody does not answer my phone call, so I consider that the other person might be busy and that person should not be worried why I called. So I say after the call gets missed, I write a message with one line, say one sentence agenda. What is the topic on which I want to talk, so that even if I forget, that person might remember and call me when that person gets free. So that is, I always follow it, that missed call with some say one line message to the person. So that facilitates communication after some time automatically.
Oh, very nice, Bhaiya. Very nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we can also. Yeah, it's a good suggestion, Bhaiya. Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Yeah, this is a very good solution. We can also think about that when we think about the program to improve the competency of the other. This phone issue is most of us are facing. Yeah, many of us may be facing this issue. So this can be a program. Nice. Any other comments? Yes. Anyway, if we are able to see now, maybe for now, if we are not able to see, as Didi was saying, there is no person. Yes, maybe for me also, I may also agree with that. If we are not able to see anyone with unconditional trust, we all can make effort to improve our right understanding. So what Rajendra Prasad ji has written, excellent Didi, self-exploration of feelings for human-human relationship is trust. Trust as foundation value as need to ensure all time within every moment for my harmony continuously. Yes. For all of us, we all want to ensure the trust within us. Then only we will be able to share it with others. It's like any other value. Usually we are demanding the feelings from others. Why it is like that? We are not able to see these feelings within us. So what we need to do is we should be able to ensure these feelings within us. Then only we can share it with others. Here also related to trust, if I'm able to see my natural acceptance, my intention, then only I can see the natural acceptance of the other person. Otherwise, I'll be doubting his or her intention, and then it can lead to anger, mistrust, unhappiness, all these issues. We'll see the second question. In case you get angry or irritated, do you feel happy when you get angry? And when you get express your anger, what is the outcome when you express your anger? Is it mutual happiness? What is the reason for your anger? Is it the other or you? What do you think about? Very nice questions. All are related. Do you feel happy when you get angry? You can respond. No, never. Chamundeshwari ji has written. We never feel angry. We never feel happy when we are in an anger mode. Usually, we may have heard this. Yeah, if I express my anger, I will be okay. That's the reason I was shouting. I was feeling angry. Then I thought I'll express it to him. I was shouting at him. Now I am happy. Is it like that? What do you think about this? If we express our anger, what will happen? Maybe the other person, he or she, may not be aware about this. I was only doubting it. He or she was not aware about that. When I was expressing this anger to him, then only he may be realizing it. Oh, it happened like that. Then what is the result? Will it lead to harmony or disharmony to the other person? I will be transferring my anger to the other person. Yes, nice. The other also starts shouting disharmony. Actually, I am transferring it to the other person. Instead, with the feeling of relationship, if I am able to see his intention, I will be transferring my harmony to the other person. Vaishali has written, body harmony get disturbed also. Yes. Yes. We will be transferring, we'll be shouting. So it will lead to an irritation to our body also, disharmony to our body also. What is the outcome when you express your anger? Which definitely not mutual happiness. What is the reason for your anger? Is the other person the reason for your anger? If I am saying that, oh, today evening I was thinking about going to the party. My husband got late, so I'm not. I'm sad. Is he the reason for your sadness? Is he the reason for your anger? What do you think about this? Or you yourself, you are not able to see the reality. You are not able to see the reason for his lack of competence. His intention was not like that, but it happened because of his lack of competence. So, what is the reason for your anger? Your lack of competence or the other person? What do you think about this? You are shouting at the other person. Why it happened? Is it your lack of competence or the reason is the other person? You can respond through the chat box. If I am not able to see that the intention of the other person is making me happy, yes, myself. I'm not able to see the intention of the other person means it's my lack of competence. So the reason is me only. We'll see the third question also. Talk to two close friends you may have lost due to lack of trust. Tell them you have realized the difference between intention and competence and that you want to reconnect. What is the response or reaction? This usually in student induction program we used to ask the students to do this. Yeah, we can also do this. Maybe if we remember our school days, college days, we can think about some incidents it happened in our life. We have some issue with some of our friends, you can talk to them and we can think about why it happened and we can correct and we can try to improve our relationship. Yes, nice. We'll stop here and we will meet again next week. Thank you all. Yes, Bhaiya. Namaste to all.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Deepaji, for this enriching session. Certainly, we will have more and more such discussion and exploration together. Next one again. Thank you, everybody. Namaste.